Go raw under raw, I say. I should do, I should tell, Shawan vibrations, every baka. May your mind, bucks, and souls be all. May your omits be sound. May your buckas be 11 off ground. When we keep to the breath, the earth, the mother, the seon, the soul of raw guides and keeps you all. Ayanma, I say ra. L-I-E say L say I. Christ story, chaplain, tata, amen ra. I, my truth awareness, true talk, can be a part of the greatest transfer of Ma'el, that's intelligence, samanology to Angodu. This is sound logic. And with all that, being a fool is guaranteed up to you. It's your choice. To raise Ray 1872, go to Google, go to Apple, download the Kagadora app, go to jesus.com. Don't forget, I don't consent to draconian state, nor should you. Hashtag that in your posts. Thought is a spore that spawns intelligence. Fungi.org. Your mental health is directly tied to your etheric compass. Retether yourself to sound Ba'am. That happens at jesus.com. You get access to the erectionary.com, where we have the bomb for the words in the dictionary that die your erection. We teach you Ta'angodu because we speak motion. Don't forget, we got the Crypto Shit Shower update where we remind you that the words in the dictionary die your erection. We got the Mythorian Kagadora update where we correspond the years, go back to the events, and keep them in the abyss. All right, so this is part 2 of expanding on the almond standing of the Z code. We're talking about zombie. We broke down the word zombie. It means a Luciferian soul. Okay? So everything from here is sound. You have the origin of motion. You have a ba, and then you have or, a ba entity. Okay? So basically, the word zombie is yet associated with something that doesn't have a brain. Okay? Or doesn't have, it's not receiving thought. Okay? From Ra. You understand? It's lost its orientation. Okay, you know how I say your mental health is directly tied to your etheric compass. Okay, so a zombie, the word, the beings that it was associated, the movement that they make, okay, which they just have a primal instinct. Okay, they have you focused on something that only exists to seek brains, to seek knowledge. Okay, that where the direction comes from. Okay, that's all your brain is doing. It's like the sorter. Okay, it's the facilitator. Okay, it gets its singles from the senses, and then it resends the commands, right? And so they don't have that. They don't have that compass. They don't have command, right? They don't have choice. So all those things that you see in that creature are being lived out by the people who are watching those creatures. But the word zombie shouldn't be used. Okay? You know what should be used? Because if you have all this, Lucifer can't have you. So this is preemptive. You understand? This is all preemptive. Those creatures that are walking around, as everybody realizes, you have tons of conspiracy and rumors and, all sorts of stuff about, the creatures that are associated with this word. Right? But when you understand it like how I taught it to you, that the whole association with just having one directive And the idea of actually eating the brains, like they eat everything. They eat the guts and the whole, they consume, pretty much everything. But the main thing is brains, and that's the only way you can kill it is if you shut it off, shut its brain off. Right? So it's all about your etheric compass. Okay, and being able to be orientated to sound. Okay, so they're not sound beings. An Ambi is a sound being. An Amba. Okay, if you notice, I say Ba'am. Okay, so this is source. Source is called Ba'am. What God wanted you to believe it was when it is not, Ba'am is. Okay, you got that? So when you have this is Ambi, an being. Okay, zombie is an being that has been taken over by Z, Azazel, Lucifer. Okay, this unfortunately happens to be rumored to be a plan of Zion, right? Right? If Z is for Azazel, Lucifer, I is the soul, and on means life, this is a Lucifer, this is a zombie. Zion and zombie is the same code. Okay? This is in charge of making this happen. You understand this? Okay? So let's correct this code. So the Z is fine, right? But now, what happens when you have no brain? So let's take the brain, let's take the head off of the O. What do we have? We have a U. Now we have okay? And it's not going to have a ba. Okay, it's going to have a spirit. Okay? So, and then therefore it's no longer going to be an entity because an entity is entitled. An entity has entitlements, not privileges. It's a whole big difference. Okay, so this now becomes A because it's absent of the ba. Okay? A zuab. Okay? Or actually, a zoomab. That's what it is, a zoom ab. Okay, you got that? Where did we see this ab? Well, ab is absent, right? You'd have ab, ra, right? There's where you see it. Against ra, absent of ba. Okay? Artificial ra, absent of ba. Okay? And if you look at the word, you have absent of ra, and then you have casted out, and then you have artificial man, which is am. That's why you have I am. Okay, so that's all part of the code. Okay, the whole system. Okay, that's just one part of that Z. All right, and then when you have Nazi, okay, well, this means not applicable to Zion. We already broke that code. Okay, but when we reverse the code, Now we have I, na, z. I not applicable to Zion or to Azazel or to zuab, to zoomabs. Okay? We have to correct the code no matter how it hurts. You have to understand that zombies are absent of something. They're absent of sound, they're absent of soul. Okay, they're absent of self-direction other than to find something that's living and take that life to sustain their life. It's a perfect, when you watch the zombie, this is what the parasites do. This is what the vampires have to do. Okay, they can only live by taking a life. If they're not killing, then they can't live. It's totally opposite of souls because we have to create life to live. We have to grow things and all that kind of stuff in order for us to sustain. We're thieves, pirates, parasites, zombies. Like, they're opposite. They take what we do. Matter of fact, they take us away. Okay? Just keep enough of us to keep doing this shit. But as soon as we can produce a life, it's gone. It's food. Okay, so this is why we need sound logic. This is why we need what I am doing. This is why we need to buy into it, both with our systems and thoughts and financially to build. Okay, many of you guys are out there talking about building tribes and doing all sorts of stuff, but none of you guys have whatever ability to come and join Sound Logic, realizing that you are, keeping this system as God because you're more concerned about making it inside of this system, okay, and not making the system acknowledge that you're a soul and that it needs your permission or at least allow you to be a soul. Understand this, right? It doesn't matter what corporate documents you get or how you do shit. Okay, at any time, that very same system can just come by any force if they want to. So it really doesn't make a difference at the end of the day until you have a situation where sound is acknowledged. Okay, and they cannot be around sounds. This is symbology of getting rid of all the bells because number one, it represents Ba-El. Okay, Ba-El. That's Ba'am is the Ba-El. Okay? So come to Sound Logic, people. Come to Sound Logic and learn and be an Anazi. Okay? Be an Anazi. All right? So we are Ambakas. Okay? That's what we are. We are Ambaka. We are Ambakas, actually. Okay? That's what we are. This is why Jamaicans and the Caribs, okay? Because I already broke that code down for you. But I don't want to scaffold into a new video. So that is the video for now. We're most likely going to expand on it again. Okay, but I just wanted to expand on the Z in the zombie because it's very important. That's a big part of I Na Z. You are a sound being, and more importantly, you are not applicable to the Luciferians. Okay, to the Azazelians. Okay, to the Zegans, okay, all of that stuff, to the Iwasians, whatever demon, okay, that's what's important about this Anazi, I-na-Z, okay, like I'm not, Z. Let's get it.